One of the main concerns of all writers is, what will I do if I have no more ideas? So, is there a magical formula that can help us find new ideas and be more confident and more secure in our writing adventures? Today I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks on how to find new story ideas. So stay tuned! Hello, my name is Sylvia and today I'm talking about story ideas. There's nothing worse in a writer's life than the absence of new story ideas. But how can we be sure that after 2, 5 or even 10 years we'll continue to have ideas and continue to write? Let me tell you a secret. Ideas are everywhere around us. You just need to find them. And in this video, I'll show you how to do it. If you stay until the end of the video, you will learn how to find new story ideas, and in fact, you may end up with so much ideas that you will be wondering which one to choose. But before I continue with different methods to find story ideas, I must clarify something. Finding a story idea and making it interesting, so to grab readers' attention, are two totally different things. Today I'm talking only about finding the idea. Turning this idea into a bestseller novel will take you much more time. I plan to do a video on that in the future, so if you want to watch it, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell next to the subscribe button. And now, let's go fishing some ideas. Story ideas. What are these mythical creatures and why are we all afraid of not having ideas? The story idea is, what is your novel about? You cannot just say, hey, I want to write a novel. You must say, I want to write a novel about, and say something after it. This is your story idea. Story ideas may have different forms. You can come up with an interesting character and just want to write their story, or you can come up with a sequence of events and put them together to form your plot. In fact, the story idea is the basis of your plot. It's the premise, the basic idea around which you build your plot. So now you see why it's so important to have an idea before starting to write your novel. So, how to find this new idea that will turn you into a best-selling author? The first thing that most beginning authors come up with is use your life. I don't mean that you must write your autobiography. You surely can, but I mean something else. As I said, ideas are everywhere around us, and our own lives are the best place to search them. You can use different events in your life. Let's say that you have gone through some frightful or life-threatening experience, or just lost someone dear to you, or just saw something funny in the morning traveling to work or school. You can use this event, polish it a little bit, and voila! Now you have a story idea. You can use not only your real experience, but also your dreams. A few weeks ago, I woke up in the middle of the night, grabbed my phone and started writing what I have dreamed. It was a fantasy dream filled with adventures, fairy tale creatures and picturesque sceneries. Last week I had another dream, this time for two people who had to find their feelings to turn on their magical powers. This dream was filled with emotions and feelings. I just felt the warmth of my characters finding out their feelings. So use your life as a well of ideas. Another way to find new story ideas is to use the old ones. Almost everything has been done already. Remember my dream about finding your feelings to switch on your magical powers? Have you watched a film called Hook? It's about the grown-up Peter Pan whose children are kidnapped by the evil Captain Hook. Peter Pan turns back to Neverland, but it turns out that he has forgotten how to fly. Now he has to find a thought that makes him happy to be able to fly again. So it's the same idea. Finding the right feeling that will switch on your powers. Great writers do the same. They take something that they like in a book and transform it into something new. Did you know that Gustave Flaubert's Madame Bovary is actually based on Cervantes' Don Quixote? Dan Brown is another example. He uses ideas from other books and incorporates them in a new and shiny way into his own books. Take for example Inferno, where Dan Brown uses the ideas of Dante's Inferno. In fact, he even used the same name. Or the so famous and also controversial novel The Da Vinci Code, which uses ideas from different other books. So grab a favorite book, find something interesting and try to transform it into a new idea. The third way to find some new ideas for your stories is to use the news, TV shows, or scientific channels or films. You've read something interesting in the newspaper or watched a film on the Discovery Channel. Why not use this idea and make a novel? Let me give you a quick example. Let's say that you have watched the Nat Geo series about plane crashes. In the real story, maybe the pilots were good enough and managed to save the passengers, or maybe the plane crashed and all the people on it died. Note down everything that you have learned from the film. What was wrong with the appliances of the airplane? How do pilots communicate? What fancy words do they use? Now sit down and start with the what ifs. If in the real story the plane landed successfully, then ask yourself, what if the plane crashed? Or if in the real story the plane crashed, begin with what if the plane did not crash. Try to brainstorm as many different ideas as you can. What if there are only 2 people who survived the crash? Or what if the plane crashed in the mountains? Or what if the problem was not with the pilots or with the airplane, but something else? What it can be? Maybe a change in the magnetic field of the Earth which disturbed the airplane appliances, or a bird which hit the airplane, or a storm, a lightning, or even something more dramatic and more sci-fi. Aliens who try to attack the Earth and use their weapons to destroy the airplane. The options are endless. Another way to use stories from news and scientific movies is to choose a different point of view, to choose a different character. Let's say we have this story idea about the plane crash. Don't tell it from the point of view of the pilots. Try to imagine that you have to tell it from the point of view of one of the passengers, one of the stewardesses, the man in the control tower that tries to save the plane, or some of the rescue team members. It's so easy. The main thing is to brainstorm and not to stop asking what if. These are just some of the ways to find new ideas for your novels. You can use them separately or you can combine them to come with even more fascinating ideas. The pivotal moment is to ask, what if? Remember that our life can be a little boring, and if you use it to write a novel, it can end up a little bit boring. So you'll need to spice it up to be more interesting. And the what if question will do this. It will give you the opportunity to create more fascinating ideas and to come up with a really interesting story idea. So if you know other ways to find story ideas, or you have suggestions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up to support my channel, and don't forget to subscribe to be the first to know when I upload a new video. You can write me at authorsilviyaradkova@gmail.com, and also find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'll put the links in the description box below. See you next time. Bye!